Hi, Akshay.
Hi, Ananya.
And hi, everyone. And welcome to another episode of the Breakdown Besties Podcast, where we break down scripts and films just like you would in film school, giving ourselves and you the education we didn't quite receive. Together, we have about 14 years of experience writing for Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, with shows like Inside Edge, Rana Naidu, Mismatch, Wedding.com, Ishq in the Air under our belt. Today, we will be looking at the scene film breakdown of Badmaash Company 2010, written and directed by Parmeet Sethi. To the world. Like I mentioned before, I think it's really interesting that they chose to set this in 1994. The film opens in 1994. And since we're on the opening, let's talk about the opening of the film.
Hmm,
It is a voiceover sequence.
hmm.
And if you've worked with anyone in any capacity when it comes to screenwriting, you know that voiceovers are like a big no-no, right?
Yeah,
I know you all do that in Mismatched all the time, where each
yeah,
character gets a voiceover in the episode.
yeah,
But because voiceovers are telling, not showing, it is considered in general lazy, right?
yeah,
Like the same way flashbacks are considered lazy. Like we have to do a film where they use a lot of flashbacks so we can talk about flashbacks.
yeah,
But yeah, these voiceovers have to serve a very specific purpose.
yeah,
And I think in the opening image, what they've done well is instead of just telling you that, okay, this is Bombay of 1994, we have, X, Y, and Z traits. What they've done is elicited the emotion of nostalgia through the
hmm,
technique of contrast.
hmm.
So where I'll bring out a few lines of dialogue that they say. यहाँ
Okay.
एफएम का मतलब फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर हुआ करता था, रेडियो
Uh,
नहीं.
correct.
जहाँ बच्चे कंचे के साथ खेलते थे, एक्सबॉक्स के साथ नहीं. जहाँ टीवी पे सिर्फ 2 चैनल हुआ करते थे.
Hmm,
So what they've done is they have shown you the present. For example, Xbox and marbles. Like Xbox
hmm,
shows you where we are right now in 2010
hmm,
vis-a-vis the marbles. And
hmm.
everyone watching the film has a memory because this is still 14 years into the past, right? So
Yeah,
you're like, oh, this is nostalgia. This is my time.
hmm,
So they have not told you what's happening. They have created a feeling of emotion. So this
yeah,
is when you can use a voiceover successfully because the voiceover can't just give you facts. A
yeah.
voice has to have an opinion.
Opinion.
It has to
Correct.
give you something. If it's telling you something, that something has to be something that you can't say on the screen.
Yeah, yeah.
That is when
I
you can use a successful voiceover, right?
correct. I do think like a show like I've only seen first season of You. They used to
Yeah.
have the like because he's such a predator kind of a guy, and
Hmm.
so they did that voiceover bit very cleverly where you can't voice out each of his like thought processes.
Yeah, you can't even
So
see them. Yeah.
you can't even see them. So that does a good job. And so does
Yeah.
this film, like you said, it creates like an sort of the world is built now, you know?
Hmm.
You understand that
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Another thing about the world I want to bring up, which I hinted at earlier, was the green card conflict.
Hmm.
While it came out of nowhere, the fact that Shahid got married to get a green card so that he could continue his business operations in America was a conflict very derived from the world,
Hmm.
I thought, and also very relevant to the time because they moved to America. It was too easy that they moved, and I get it that visa controls weren't as hard as they are right now in Mr. Orange Face time,
Yeah.
but it's it made sense, and I thought that, and they used that well to do the relationship between Anushka and Shahid to have the break between them. What they hadn't done is even hinted at it earlier or seeded it in, which
Yeah.
is why it came really left field out of the blue. It was quite jarring and choppy, but the conflict was very true to the world and the time.
Yeah.
So
Fully
give it
fully
that.
agree.
And now my biggest thing is the theme
Eight second.
of the
One
yeah.
more thing. I I want to talk a little bit about the world in a very non-story way,
Yeah.
in the sense that this is that mid 2000s like Yash Raj movie, right? And,
Yeah.
and like I think I told in Bang Baja Barat also there was this they have the classic walk, like
Yeah.
of like when your characters have really like done something and achieved something, and you know these people are together, they walk towards the screen. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we saw that happen in Band Baja Barat with Anushka Sharma only when
Yeah.
they form Shadi Mubarak. We see it in this film when the four, you know, come together for the first time, and
Hmm.
at the end, at the resurrection sequence, you see that walk happening. Uh,
Mm.
we'll see this in Bunty or Bubbly also. We'll see in Chak De India also. All of it will come, and I think it's their own way of curating the world as a producer voice of sorts, if you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
which I think is interesting. Like, a lot of like production companies are starting to realize this pattern. And I think
Hmm.
that's interesting.
That's fun. Yeah, it's the voice of the production company. That's like
Yeah,
cool. The creative
yeah,
voice.
yeah.
Oh,
And it's their own world. Like, this is, you know, back in the
how
day,
our characters behave.
huh? Like they used to say like this is not how our film would produce in movies. Like this is
Yeah.
the producer's stamp, which
That,
I think
yeah.
it's I think it's going out a little bit, which is good for the films because
Hmm.
because it allows the producers to take different kinds of risks.
Risks.
Uh,
Yeah.
but this was that time, like when
Yeah.
Yashan was quite at its peak, like they were only like the mid 2005 to like all like mid 2010s, like they were doing a good
Yeah.
job of producing these really fun young films.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Hi. If you enjoyed that clip of Badmaash Company and you want to watch the entire breakdown, head over to our YouTube channel where we have the whole episode for you. Link in bio, and we'll see you soon.